isikela ngisincane. All I know is ukuthi ngihlakaniphile. You know, but angazi ukuhlakanipha kwami kuwela kuphi. This other teacher sees me. She's like, hey, wena ufaka uniform. I'm like, no, but those are not school pants. Izinto kumele zenzakale. That's when now I go look for span. You know, yeah, that's when now call center, all of that. But even with that, espanini, people are like, why are you here? If ngizofuna mangihlangana neintwana zase North, ngizama ukuzenza zona, what do you think is going to happen? Yeah, it's obviously.
Permission granted. You may ring us. Offload your burdens and trust that you'll feel lighter. The darkness lures, but we will shed a bit of light to make your day brighter. You're a fighter, but now you're tired. So rest with us, but ring us, because it's much better to hear you speak up than to read about it on your suicide note while you lay cold face up. XMG, ring us. We'll pick up any brokenness you hoard. We vow to be your entertainment even when you're bored. Ring us, where we talk, offload, sipodle. That's what the brotherhood is for. In your mind, we hope to build a palace bigger than Caesar's. Let's sit down and unfold. Le ring us.
Hello everyone, Monday Shang yes, Buyile Ring Us podcast. Guys, please, man, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Utumondo says Kalin Ring Us podcast. And guys, as I'm always saying, guys, please buy. This episode wouldn't be possible without you guys buying this. Thank you so much. Kona bantu about your as my members. It's just that but thank you so much. Sorry for going to but next time on the next episode, I'm gonna mention you by names. Ne? So today I have Ibrahim. As you can see, I'm dressing nicely today. Shai Blacksmith.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Shai Blacksmith van der. Proudly dressed by Blacksmith. Is Zaza Eyewear. If you like this Zaza, I'm gonna put the website in the description. Is Zaza Eyewear. Proudly sponsored by Zaza Eyewear. Me and my guest, and you're probably sponsored by Zaza Eyewear. So vandaag in Petele une Mathunga. Always from Soweto. Thank you so much for honoring my invite, dog.
Yeah, I had to, man. I had to come through. Yeah, I've been seeing the pod. It's nice. It looks nice. Yeah, it looks dope.
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you for the guys about our behind the work because now I'm so impressed most of the time when I see the production.
Yeah, it looks dope. Yeah.
So my guy, a lot of people, I'm not sure would they are aware of this, but they can see me how dope I am. I'm sure they're gonna reach out.
Oh, they're gonna see.
Yeah, they're gonna reach out. So my details work. So I wanna know mfano Mathunga unewo ubani uphuma uzalelwe va skipani. How did this brand come about? As in, I'm gonna start a local brand.
Yeah.
And because it's so dope, mfana. The first time you on Facebook, I was like, yo. Like lama cut and paste, penduga. I'm like this guy because
but the stuff is dope.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it all starts with me not having clothes at all, you know? Me knowing Gucci, I need of at the time back to me Nike, you know. Abo prehisto in Yonkelentole. And I also wanted to look somehow dope, you know. And I think this one other day, back in the CV scale, you know. I didn't have clothes to wear, cool clothes, nice clothes, you know. Then I was like, I had these other 2 pens, and kumbulu, before then, I've never touched a needle in my life or even thought of making clothes, ever, you know. Sure. Then I was like, sharp, lingazi tricota, li brown, une kodro, tricota na, you know. Then I was like, sharp, let me ede ipro, you know, with the brown parts. And I did that, went to school, it was a hit, you know. People asking me, I'm like, I made this last night, you know. Then from there, that's when I first got the taste of people liking what I've done. Then from Lapoge, didn't stop there. That's when I started making more stuff. A scale. This was grade 10. Yeah, 2003. Yeah. That's when I started this. And then from Lapo, that's when I fell in love with making clothes, not fashion, but making clothes. Yeah, but to me, it was more of a necessity, and now I can make these cool clothes for myself, you know. And at the time, into a local brand being exist at the time, Iyangithola. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, ama-butcher, ama-hipster, you know, ama-hemba shwabene, ama-spikes ekhanda, you know, ama-cut. And I was like, all right, cool. So basically now I'm part of this culture. Then started making those clothes. Met this other guy, Utando, shout out Tando. Tando wuye kahle kahle, who actually taught me lento zabokuthenga material, zip, pattern, you know. In as much as before the Scaler, this other guy, Bafana. So Bafana was one of the cool guys at Scaler, you know. He always wore dope stuff. He was cool, man, you know. He was a grade above me, you know. So, like, don't tell her earlier, I was late, made myself pants Scaler. Grey
Please,
pants.
ngicela ukuthi start because you see that's why I was telling you earlier on ukuthi mfana like commercial how did this thing le story senze kanjani because I don't want ukuthi manje abantu ngifuna ukuthi basithole yeah because
so I think what happens is I'm late escala. I don't like waking up early, you know. So I'm late escala, hlezi late. So this one time besengicela ukuthunga vele. This was grade 12.
Sure.
Yeah, grade 12 now. Sebangazi mara bangazi, you know. Then I was like, sharp, hey, now I know how to buy material. You know, now I know, let's say, Kaslam Lanka machine, Umbuy, I was shut up, Umbuy. You know, Onka machine, Yoktunga, started making stuff with that, buying material. Then, Seskela, I made myself grey pens. You know, I sharpen late. And then now I must understand, go to cut off the scala is late. Everyone's there, I'm a queue, you know. Some guys may look shy because he's late. Then you go to the class, you know. Then this other teacher sees me. She's like, hey, we're not finding uniform. I'm like, no, but. Like, no, but those are not school pens. But they're gray, you know, but in denim, you know. And you must understand what this is happening when everyone is watching. Like, late, you know. The whole man lit, I ain't vele, you know, but I ain't hambe, jumpy fence and let's get them, you know. But now what I didn't know, Uguti, from that, everyone now saw, which, oh, layers in Bahlale. Then I had a lot of kids coming to me on some point, you know, how do you do this? Nanani. And then from those people, that's when I met this one boy, Ubongan. Ubongan Ubegaploma Corner is now and so being from the junior. That one is now in a junior. That one. So this other boy, Ubongane. So Ubongan Bachuan like us. So the Homanic Chulangalo Ubafan was a grade higher. Ubongane, we am Tana cause value at Tunga, and Ubongan to Funuktunga Veliabon. So Ubongan Uyong Trieza Ubafan. Utam and the Hotman lady still in a machine on about a scale, and you know. Saka machine and even none of my puma, you know. So masaka pumi let's studio side in a machine and then. Then now saying yabuye, that's when I learned most of the stuff, yeah. How to make clothes, actually make clothes, you know. Mafunda rapa ubogela ubafana inzimpahla. And I told my order already. And ubafana bekantswembu. Like even namanje, I tell them about. He taught me a lot. He style sam gahle of wanting to make things is it clean. You know, nice. You know, I learned from Bafana. Then from Lapo, it's Namin the scale, I know. You know, then it's like, okay, what are we doing now? You know, because this is what I've been doing all my life now, since the scale of Tung. Sure. Then that's when I started you know, but now, you know, the pressures of now, now you're out of scale now, you know. Now you can't just win this into Pila now, and then assembly now, what big like this scale, you know. And obviously, because you come from a not so advantaged background, you know, there's no money for scalar like that, you know. And I'm not really an academic. You know, scalar is you know, because even a scalar, because I understood from a scalar, I mean, I'm a creative, but I didn't know that word then. Oh, yeah. All I know is ukuthi ngihlakaniphile. You know, but angazi ukuhlakanipha kwami kuwela kuphi, ukuthi kuwela scalar or kuwela lana. But now kwaziveza ngokuthunga. Even though mina bengafuni ukuthunga, I didn't even care for fashion. Bengayazi fashion, bengasusdwadlo man, you know. Then from Lapo, I was like, okay, sharp. Now I need to take this creative thing seriously. And I did for a while, and spanner there and there, you know. And all in the while, because I'm a put your wrong then, and took 2 local pensions, being a kikas, you know. Abantu bayibona ngami lento le ukuthi oh kanti bayakwazi ukuthunga bayakwazi ukuzenzela you know and ikipa zikadumi ke lapho last thing lento printed ikipa nanani ukuthunga manje ama hipster ama peshi you know sharp from there I'm still learning from ubafana ngayi you know now I'm trying to do my own thing and as I grow obviously I grow that siyakhula chilling salon ka flavor you know I meet abo bricks abo drenko all these guys, now you're like, okay. So now I'm moving as a designer, you know. Now, so you're now someone of interest to someone who wants to dress well. you know. But now I'm a kid, so who's taking me seriously, you know? That's when now life is okufundisa ukuthi you need to somehow take care of isn't the that's when now go look for span. You know, yeah, that's when now call center, all of that. But even with that, Espanini, people are like, why are you here? Like, why are you here when, you know? Because we can see you do dope things. We're Tunga. And so why will I not 200 a day, you know? Now I'm like, because abantu don't see me as someone who they can pay to get something, you know. It's still a hobby now, you know. It's not something in tata. Well, I was taking it seriously, but people are not taking me seriously. You know, so then I was like, I sharp, do the span thing. And then I realized very less because even some of my abantu spanner now were actually starting to buy from me. So now I'm like, Namsing's was a little question with why am I here? You know, then I'm like, I'm and then eventually I make a decision, 2007, which you know what, we're gonna try to take this thing seriously. You know, we're gonna do this brand. At the time it was called the Range Clothing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then from Lapo, I'm like, okay, sharp. I like reversible, you know, interchanging, and I learned it then. And funny enough, I was even thinking to myself, Uti, I actually learned from the movie Transformers. Came out 2007. You know, because 2007, a lot of these movies came out. Where there's Iron Man, you know, Transformers in. So my mind was blown. So things can do this, you know. So now because I'm influenced by this, you know, I'm like, okay, how can I incorporate all of this in my clothes? That's when now I made the bag that changes into a jacket. Yeah. On my own, trying to think about it, I was like, sharp, how can I best do this? You know, thought about it in my hands. It was a hit. People saw. That's one of the first few times people actually took me seriously as a designer, as a creative. You know, they're like, okay, dude, what is this? But now the problem is to understand. This was 2008. Yeah, Lapo. So the fashion industry in the hood is not really a thing yet. I can gain, man. You know, I'm up as butcher. You know. Then I was like, sharp. I met this guy, Banele, but we'll talk more about him as we go.
Okay, yeah.
Banele was from my hood, you know, Blomagada. So because he met some other chick from my Ikasla Musiki. Banele comes, is like, what the hell is this? And when I put it drama man I'm like, bah, check it. Blown crazy. I sharp work. We tried to start this thing called Unholy Monks. I wonder if they still remember. Yeah, so Unholy Monks, you know. So we start doing that, me making the stuff. That doesn't work out, you know, because basically the business was centered around me, umuntu thungayo. Yeah, you know. But now the problem is now sengifila ngathi sekuthathwe isinkwa sami, because now what I used to do to was police and now is a business with other people. Now the money that comes in is not my money now. It's our money, you know. That had its own challenges now, you know, which eventually led to the to the Unholy Monks not officially breaking, but we just sort of stopped. You know, you know, did that sharp continues. Now I'm back with to being on my own now. Then I'm like, hey, shit now. What do we do now? Oh, dash still. Now, problem is life. Singing you know, anything expecting something, you know. Yes, 2010 sharp. Then now, 2011 Osami comes. Now, plan must happen now. You know, we can't now do these things for fun. You know, we can't now just send this to for fun now. Now, money is needed, you know, sharp. Then I think 2012, that's when now I go back to span. Call center again. I deal with the same thing again there. Now, because now seeing them more experience and it's about actual products. Now, that worse, because now I'm nabo men, now, you know. And then now I'm like getting orders called another, you know, I'm like, shit, now I'm back here again. You know, that's when even okay, go back and span. You paid and I that's when I was like, okay, now I'm gonna for the last time now, I'm gonna take this thing serious now. Like I'm gonna do it. Like this was around 2012, going to 2013, 14. Faded pushing this thing. That's when I got into Wenzi Mpahla Zomshado. Still under the range clothing, you know. And Wenzi Mpahla Zomshado kanje, people, that's when now, because leyo yiyo, that's the most lucrative business yokuthunga, actually. Besides abo ikipa nani, because then lapho you can actually charge someone, plus man, depending on how your skill is and how dope your stuff is, you can charge basically anything and get away with it, you know. That's when I was like, now charging per like 850 address, you know, in Gaza, 650, you know. Now I'm saying a pillar now. I'm like, okay, now we're doing this. And at the same time, now Facebook is happening. Yeah, but social media actually, social media. Yeah, but in my case, Facebook is happening, you know, same time. And then now, when you do these type of things in front of people, you are bound to be popular. Then obviously this transitioned to now social media. Now finding a way to use social media to grow the brand. But at this time, it's not really a brand. I'm just making clothes for people who are paying. Yeah, it's fair, they're clothing, but there's nothing behind it, man. Ngithunga ngumthungi ngiyafana nomakwaba green. Yabona sekuthi mina ngiyawutha sekasi. You know, but ngiyafana umakwaba mina kahle kahle. Umuntu uza ne design yakhe ufuna ukuthungela irogo, I do that, you know. But now the problem is ukhumbule ukuthi I am self-taught. You know, angazi ngayeskela for writing. Literally I figured it out as I go. So now the problem is this comes with its own challenges because umuntu uzoza nerogo leGucci eligqoka Beyonce. I think ngicela le rogo for metric dance. How the fuck am I going to make that? You know, how am I going to even price this? Because then now, I'm not even aware with indwangu, zibiza boma malini, nan. But because these people, and now they are hoping that now you'll do the same for them. You know, obviously, I'm up and down, you know, there's some botched works, you know. Obviously, scale, so that's my scale, you know. Obviously, there's some botched orders, you know, my client has a quadela, you know, in, you know, nan, sharp. The growth from that. Now I was like, okay, cool. Again, the social media thing is happening. You know, on social media. Sometimes, you know, yeah, go to papa, you know. But then I was full crazy, full, you know, and all of that. And with that comes some kind of popularity also from Facebook, you know. Then I'm like, all right, cool. But now, Nyatwunga also on the side, you know. Now, I'm not sure if this thing I should talk about it now.
Free boy.
So, in the same breath, there's social media, Facebook. You know, obviously, Soweto. You know, now there's this thing now called Soweto Seke. I'm sure you've heard about it somehow. You know, there's that. That's what people call it. So basically, what it is a group of people who somehow groove together.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we host Senzama party, and then now the reason why I think the name exists is because some people, nearly every weekend, different events, you know, you know. So even with that happening, also Stlangana Gupi, Facebook, the actual connection. That's cool. Yeah, that's when the actual connections are being made on Facebook, and then now that's also when I'm a flyer, and then in person, Simita Gupi Emapati.
Oh.
Yeah, basically that's what it is. You know, nothing more. As Tavani like school song, eventually there's gonna be meaningful friendships in the circle, you know. But if Facebook that's making us see in day one because umuntu comment you know, comment and nabanye. So if this thing is happening, people are eventually going to envy it. Yeah, but bazokhalela nabo ukungena ukuthi hey guys nina nihlala nonke mos. Nihlala nijiva nonke na ku Facebook yini yabona na commentelana nani and ukhumbule ukuthi with this happening also sonke sinama business now. There's uNeo Netherlands clothing. There's uXolani with the Zazas, you know. There's ubanibani with, you know, there's ubanibani wenza ama event, there's ubanibani wenzani. So if you're going to be in a group like that, eventually we're going to support each other naturally. That's when now this thing grows now, you know, where it becomes a big thing, you know, where where as a person I am growing in this thing, you know, being popular, Facebook and all of this, you know, and then now fast forward to recently, 2019-18, which was a peak of it, yeah. You know, all these events that we see now, most that survive, that the big ones, actually then. when it was actually the prime, you saw to circle where everyone wanted to be it, you know. Yes, you need, but I'm not gonna dive into that kakulu, you know, because then people always make assumptions when a group of people are together. They'll always assume ukuthi ubufebe, you know, ubutsotsi, yabona yonke lento le, people would assume those things. There were if those group all the time, and ukhumbule ukuthi we're not just grouping J, we are cool guys, you know, which means what happens with that is somehow you'll attract money, somehow you'll also attract girls. Young tall. And now that's when the ubufebe thing will happen. With now, Soweto Circle is all about ubufebe and whatnot. Nah. But in Asiyazu, I am Blacksmith today because of those people. Young tall. Because then now, there's abantu who actually do real work. You know, nabantu abayenza ama-brand, abantu abanamabhizinisi agroot, you know.
Sure.
And there's people who grow events because if uyazi ukuthi kunalabantu laba your own circle, wherever, you know, uyazi ukuthi labantu mazoyenza event, you're part of it, what's going to happen? We are all going to go there. Yangithola. Eventually your event will grow. And nakhona if une clothing brand, then what do you think is going to happen? Everyone's going to wear it.
Yeah.
So then now lento lena creates some sort of an envy from people who feel like they can't be part of that because they feel like there's a certain criteria to be someone who chills with these guys, or for someone who ozoba ukufatelwa type thing. You know, you need to be someone or because ukhumbule ukuthi in as much as yes, it's a group of people, but kunamajensi asekas, like hustlers, you know, but you don't know, you don't care.
Yeah.
You know, as long as Hennessy tingy, you know. You don't care what you tingy ganjan, you know. Then that's what's gonna breathe then the problems of assumption, na. Hence, if you can hear now that if you've never heard of it, now that you've heard of it, you won't hear of it in a goodish way.
Oh.
Yeah, because abantu is these bad things. But if you can hear a testimony of people who actually have businesses in this thing, you'll understand if now by no and what do you think is gonna happen? You know, you're gonna sell out every day. Because now sometimes it's we're gonna buy, but now it's buyer doesn't support. Either way I need to eat. So if we want to buy some makota, what do you think is gonna happen? Once in a while, song so ploma gumonde. Because ploma song either way, whether you groove or Facebook or span or whatever, it's ploma song. So if we're in a business, one way or another, we are going to support you. Yeah. But now the trick is you must be able to on your own grow past that threshold. On your own. Unga expect to these people are always going to support you. Because then now there's envy, there's there's young talent. So some people won't like the fact that Monday is growing at this rate in Nakona because of these people, you know. And then that's why they're gonna now start bad mouthing it, you know. With Monday is because the man back here, no, and whatnot. And then now most of these businesses are surviving now, you know. Amakota, Bobusi, I can't name all of them, but you know, but we all know Uguti, Sasapotan, and Asazani dog.
That's nice.
I'm not gonna lie. Asazani, you know, it's all a matter of I was doing this dope thing, I got popular for it, and I met like-minded people.
Oh.
Yeah. I would just blow my song, we move as a unit, you know. Yes, we're friends, but we are kind of like companions of convenience.
I love that.
Young talk. It's Bloma because we have to. Not that we have to, but we don't have a choice but to because we are around the same places all the time. You know. So we are friends in that sense, you know. So I'm companions because of this, you know. But then now, some people obviously will take it the wrong way. Young tall. Where usozo kwatilo monde now, why now sekahlala Blome nabo, why akasaza amapatini wakho, akasabhaye igawulo lakho, akasabhaye isidwadlo sakho, akasa. Because ukhumbule ukuthi Soweto is a hub of everything, dog.
Bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Like it's a hub of everything starts there and then it grows. And not to say things don't grow elsewhere. Young tall. But it's Soweto they grow easier because we understand street culture and everything culture than most people because it's fast. Yonke gijima. Young tall. Yonke Soweto gijima because there's a lot of people who understand what they're doing. To a point where even namanje lento you host is bigger Soweto because Soweto is the one it dealing a groove culture. So it's only natural that it will happen first there. That's also one of all these big events about Rough Dance, Mr. X All Black, all these other events are happening at Kasi because these are the people who've been doing it since then. So now, of course, there's a certain know-how. Young Tol, even if you're a DJ, if you're in the space, what do you think is going to happen? Young Tol, now you'll be co-signed somehow, into getting these gigs, but now you'll get some hate because you're like, you're getting these gigs because you close no nail. You close no Kolani, you close no Banban, you close no. Why is that wrong?
Yeah.
Young Todd.
Like when you talk about Soweto being a hub, like you're reminding me of something I was telling my friend Uguti. You see, when it comes to the sneakers events, show goodbye, they always put it as Ngamblen. I'm like, they're going in down here wrong. Like go eSoweto mfana uzobona neteko ngacabanga ukuthi likhona ulibona ku internet kuphela likhona
and told akusivovo ivarvar yilo
because like Soweto dude like ijacket lo ibonayo wena mhlambe ediesel lo uthi expensive uzohlangana
nayo and nakhona untanga thola ukuthi yes ubloma edladleni kubo thola ukuthi akana transfer but now because this makes sense to him Lontanga doesn't mind spending Leo 8K, 10K on the diesel jacket. I don't mind. Because then now, umunye umuntu wangaphandle who's watching in, what do they think? Do they care? Do they care when they trans or not? They do not care. Babona Ntanga fresh. And then now, Maspega, the social media era we in now. People don't care who you are, what you do. Kids are trending from doing videos, ekamereni basvaling shit. You understand? With kids are trending with that. Just because the video ntanga bigi shit lana and then the phone movie selling yana. TikTok has about 2 million views. And then when you try to replicate it in your iPhone 16 and you do not trend.
It shows fun. Like when it comes to Soweto, I'm forever saying I don't know what Soweto is bona powerful because I remember even back then before I pluma Soweto and then I used to go Schmidt to visit before I used to take from style from the dances before go on the social media videos. I used to take style ngapha I'm the coolest dressed, I'm the coolest smoke driver. So but I don't know when it comes to Soweto you do it, but I understand that like dating. It comes to like when it comes to the clubs, I'm clubs know Konuguti. I trend and I in the sense I trend in my video call. I've seen one I don't want to mention them. I've seen them trying it by Susa Ekasi, by Isa Esentin. And trust me, Sentin has a sense.
Doesn't.
People were in love no good Basuge.
They love Ikasi. They love Ikasi, not an idea of Ikasi. Yeah, but now that it's no longer in the hood, who cares?
Like
who cares?
It's not that popular in Yoruba, very popular. Kasi besletela ma Lamborghini, kasi besletela ma Bentley, kasi besletela. Like nabantu bona ukuthi lo saka chayvele kasi.
But now since babona ku and ukhumbule ukuthi now but these girls they like the fact that bazohlangana no Neora uplomi looking cool as fuck whether it's broke or not they don't care.
That
young Todd they don't care.
But what I want to be now, it's the monetization of Upkasi to making money. Shout out to Magubenjolo. I think they're mastering it now.
Oh yeah.
I mean they're mastering it now because back on Uguti by Tata from the hood now July. Like they So for me when I wanna with your brand, like how do we monetize that thing? So say a brand because most of the time I'm sure Blacksmith everyone loves it. Everyone loves it. But how do you monetize it to African brand or like international brand? Because it's so cool. Trust me, now you have something going. It's so cool. It's so cool, bro. Like I don't know, people should follow you now Mathunga on Facebook and see Guti impact like Blacksmith. So I want Guti see say from the hood to the world. So everyone, how do we do that? Like, do you have a plan for that to go to, okay, I'm going to go from Kasi to the world?
So I think to tell a story of growing something from Soweto to the hood, to the burbs, let's say the burbs.
To the burbs.
Yeah, to the burbs, to the world. I think it first starts with the world needs to understand what Kasi is. you know. Because I'm going to talk from a perspective of Tasekas, literally grew up from the hood, everything hood, what hood, born hood, young tall. In as much as Pumas here, wherever, you know, but you know where you are, you know. And so my thing is, we need to find a way to sell the Kasi boy mentality. Because ukumbulu ukuthi thina, we are both here, all because of what we do. All because of what we do. Not because of money, not because of who we know, all because of what we did. Yeah. You decided one day that you're going to be this person you are, and you are this person, a guy from the hood. Not caring good things or figure in north or not. Nah, so what we need to do first is understand Uguti, what we have. Because when you can start to kurumangai, we need to find a way to package it and sell it as it is. Don't try and mask it with Astropairs, Gucci, you know, GTI, you know. Go there as you are. Go there in golf one yako, you know. Go there in sporty sako, you know. But now the trick is, Uguti, what I saw, Mina, is I am not that, you know. I understand the hood, whether I like it or not, I can't change it, you know. So if ungzofuna mangihlangana nintwana zase north, ngizama ukuzenza zona, what do you think is going to happen? Yeah, it's obviously, who's this boy, you know. But if I take whatever's in the hood, I clean it up with what I know, whether it's from New York or whether it's from Amsterdam or whether it's from Sentin or like Bedford or whatever, you know. You need to find a way to mix it with the hood. Then sell that as it is. That's the only way you can mask it, by trying to transform it into being that without changing it. Without changing it. Don't change anything about it. Don't try to sell an image to a people who already have it. Like I went to go to issue with that brand that went to them. The problem now is they're trying to take it to them. They don't want it there. But when we tell people like us, not there in North. They don't want to buy it in North because then now you're competing with everyone who's there, who has the money to do it. They already have the money. You do not. When now all you have is itrach, you know, unenkani, you know, probably at some point when it's style, you know, and if not corner, you're probably creative, hopefully. Young tall, which is another thing that's a problem. In the hood, people don't take creative industries seriously. Young tall, they don't take them seriously about acknowledge, because it's not something in sports, unama medal, unama cup, you know, there's brand endorsements, there's all of this. Hence is a diski, ekasi, mazpuma. Zonke sifuna the Chiefs or the Pirates or the Sundowns. Why?
That's a dream.
Because then now when he's made it, he has a medal to show it. Young tall. A grounding masimbukele. Siyambona Ntsoyembe grounding. Uyadlala idiski. Young tall. But that boy was once that boy. Ebekadlala ebucwini le. Simbukele adlala lapha yasimba sibanikeza ama nickname abosikhwama sama, you know, abo Dariana le. Young tall. He gets popular ekasi first just by being good at playing soccer. Nothing more. Young tall. And he's doing that because he knows if he can just get to PSL, young tall, then we ask that the money is there, whether he likes it or not, he's gonna get paid. And somehow, if he's good enough, he's gonna get brand endorsements, young tall. But now, if we can even look at a piano, kids now in the hood are making a piano that you listen to a conga, a camera, a computer, he's not even supposed to use that computer. But because we understand, and I have this thing here, I only know piano because it's all I listen to now. Young tall. Tina's calling a house, nabu, nana, hip hop, nana. They only know piano now, young tall. So if Lentona Lena knows if I can make this song, look at the Pirima room. Young tall. That boy literally created it in lean, but now it's a fucking dog. Dog. Young tall. So in the young tall. Because then now when he met the right people. Young tall. So if we play to Eka, if as creatives, and among the creatives, I mention everyone, whether you're a videographer, photographer, you know, makeup artist, designer, you know, drama, anything, you know, as long as when you're good at it, the trick is think of it as the world is already here, because social media has already brought the world here. You know, me now what I know and do, most of it I learned it from New York, and I've never been there. I've never been there. I've never been to Brussels. I've never been to a Tokyo, you know, but I can tell you how the shops there look. Young tall, Abo Nigo, Abo Farrell, Abo Banbani. These guys, you have access to learn from these guys. You don't even know him. You might never ever actually meet him, but you have the chance of learning from him what he is doing, and he's teaching us every day. Look at Virgil. Young tall. Why is Virgil so praised? Because then now he came from being Impinchiga Kanye to now being now the leader or the head Louis Vuitton for menswear. Young tall. From learning from all these people, the problem with us like us is that we don't think we can do that. That's the problem. We don't think we can. We don't believe we can. That's where the problem is. If you're not going to see yourself as the highest version of yourself you can, if you can't see yourself, if you can't see yourself as that, you will never be that.
Never.
No amount of money, no amount of influence, no amount of will make you that. You first need to see yourself as that version. You know, you need to see yourself as some form of a Virgil, not a Virgil.
Nah.
Not you'll never be Virgil. You'll never. Young tall. So you need to see yourself as some form of a Virgil, some form of a Kanye, some form of a Pharrell, you know, Bonigo, all these guys. You need to, on your own, see yourself as them. But the only way that's going to happen is for you to accept where you are.
I love that.
Which is the hood.
Nah.
You need to accept.
I love that. It just made sense. You know, I was having a self-talks and I was viewing everything from I'm a princess now because I was like, not that I'm bashing them or whatever. I'm a princess now, maybe a popular. Let me say Patu. I don't know, it's just an advice. I'm not bashing anyone, but it's just from a creative thought, to how we can make these things dope. Let me say Patu, let me say Drip. Dog, Lama brands is there out there, né? But they're not cool look They're not cool look
They're not cool in J.
So now I'm gonna make it to understand. We have Kanye. Kanye is cool public now.
Yeah.
But Kanye, for him to see good, okay, now I'm getting washed out. But a large style.
Yeah.
Let me bring visual. Let me bring
What
I'm trying to go I think Lama Prince, they need to scout a talented conic. Now calm, bro. Can't be a creative director of my clothing company. I can see your brand is so cool. Or let's fuse it.
Let's collabo.
Blacksmith, but
do you know
Blacksmith Drip.
Do you know Namanje? That's why. Do you know Boys of Soweto now? I think it's under Patu Group.
Yeah, they did it. That's why I did that. That's what a very smart move. I love that. Rotman, shout out to that.
Yeah. Because of Lento Shaw.
Yeah, that's what I was
somehow
saying.
need to bring the cool into their brand somehow.
Like, I don't know, but I was studying. Like, LV was getting one shot before
it was.
He let you visual. LV's getting, mind you, it's dope because of it's visual. Now, Orlando Farrell has brains from streetwear, has brains from
music, look at what he's doing with clips now. Young Tola, the rollout clips, the whole sound clips is showing Uguti. Basically, what they are doing, with clips, is what we're supposed to be doing. So I think it's happening, but not really. Where Ufarel ukule nama chance, abo pusha impinti zakhe, angithi blomanazo, and then ngapha Ufarel uqava the other guys. Now look at clips now. Ibuile, it's under Rock. I think it's under Rock Nation. And then ngapha futhi they've collabos with Louis Vuitton. Because Upusha has been the face of that.
For now, we have that here, guys. Trust me, we have losses in. We just need a collabo a grand, bro. Like, there's so much talent in
meaningful partnerships, man.
There's so much talent, guys, bro. I can't be this dope and that
it ends there.
Umuntu oserasmith is like, I look dope now.
Yeah.
I look dope as fuck. Umuntu ongibhekile uyazibuza ukuthi okay kenza, but akakhona ukuyaccess right. But there's people abanayo right
who can show it to them.
We're not saying ukuthi kumele basikama handout. No.
Help. So what I've been doing with that. So first let me start with Blacksmith.
Yeah.
So Blacksmith came from njengoba ngikutshela ukuthi I've been making clothes. I've been making clothes. But I didn't really have a sort of a home for what I do. I didn't have a home. Then I was like, all right, cool. So let's say now I want to grow. How am I going to grow? Because I don't like this thing of being a makwaba. Where you
Explain Mankwama with him, because
no, makwaba is guys abahlala emakhoneni or abanendawo ezithunga edrobheni or ekasa banemshini la ufika nesithombe serogo, you're like, hey makwaba nilabalishi, besakushayela, he's probably gonna botch it, but he will do something for you.
Okay,
so then the problem is, that's what the problem is. In our terms, I'm asking stress, basically. Yeah. We are tunga. That's all you do.
Yeah, you can continue.
So now the problem is, Uguti, I was tired of being that. Because I'm like, I know I could offer way more. And because I could see, I knew my older version, what it would look like, me as a person, not brand, as Uneo. I knew this is how adult Neo looks like. This is how I would look like. This is how I'm going to smell. This is how I'm going to look. This is how I'm going to feel. This is the kind of music I'm going to listen to. This is the kind of people I'm going to be associated with without even knowing who Monde is.
Yeah.
Young tall. I don't even know. Uban. I don't even know. But what I understood was I want a better version of myself. Now, the thing is, you cannot do this without believing in yourself, my dude. You cannot. Whether you like it or not, you can't. You need to first believe that you can do it. And that comes from knowing that you can. You've actually done something like it for you to actually believe that you can. Young tall. Then from that skill, that's when you should have a plan on, okay, how am I going to grow this? Because the problem is, another thing is, anything is a local brand now. Anything. Someone can do a skipper, spalwe, tunusa sokfesha. People will buy it because since some guy bamazi ekas.
Sure.
Young tall. Maybe whether I was saying 150 or 50 rand or whatever, but they are doing it because they are supporting their boy. Young tall. So whether it's an African proverb, people will buy it. Because then now it might be a cool thing, or it might just be we are supporting the boy. So I did not want that. I don't want people to buy Blacksmith because they know me or they like me, because the problem is feelings change all the time. It's okay at some point. Are you still gonna buy? No. Because so hence my idea was when I started conceptualizing Blacksmith, I was like, I want an ultra classy brand, but then also an ultra luxe brand. Where yes, it's from the hood. Yes, it's made in the hood. It's made in the heart of a shower extension 3. It's made there. But then now the problem is, we're here now. Who knows that? Who cares? No one cares. So knowing that, I knew all I have to do is make the dopest product with what I have at the moment. Then lapo minasa ini, I need funding. I need minasa zonke lezinto lezo. So what I did, I was trying to like, okay, I like black. It's obvious. I'm always wearing black, And I was like, sharp, I want a cool name. And like about Paul Smith, Gianni Versace. That's when I was like, okay, I like the Schmidt. But I kind of this series, A New Girl.
Oh yeah.
There's a Schmidt there. Some crazy guy, like a funny guy, So I fell in love with his character. I like how he would dress. He had a shortish gown, a silk gown,
Yeah.
I was like, shit, I like that. So from liking that series, the Schmidt name has always been in my mind. To a point on Facebook, I changed my name to Neo Relo Schmidt at some point.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So then now when, there's a whole chapter I'm missing. So before Blacksmith, there was Sunday Foodies Market.
Oh, there was?
Yeah, wait, I'm going to speed past it. So Sunday Foodies Market comes because 2020 lockdown.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. And everyone who kulmanga that.
Yeah. So there's Sunday Foodies Market. Sunday Foodies Market comes from Ngulube in the Pork House. Young tall. So 2020 lockdown, Yashaya. Bam. Young tall. Shit, I don't have clients now. I don't have people to buy these clothes now. I don't have abantu abazothungisa. Then I'm like, okay, what now? What's the plan now? Then I'm like, I like cooking, and I've always liked the idea of selling pork, you know. Then I decided at that point, you know, got kicked out of where I stayed, moved back home. You know, I was like, shit. And now I'm going back to an unfinished room. You see this? You see
studio.
unfinished. I go back there with no plan. I'm like, alright, cool. What are we doing now? We're gonna sell food. We're gonna sell pork. In Gulubini Pork House. Alright, cool, clean. Stock, I was like, I'm gonna dog store in Yama mond. No money to even stock in Yama, to even buy these things, you know.
You want 0-0.
Zero, baba. You probably, I owed someone at some point, I don't know. But now the thing is, with Lapo, I'm like, okay, now how are we going to do this? You know, sharp. Being this person that I am, you know, I post on my WhatsApp, sharp. Okay, this is the plan. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. No. Few people reply. This other girl replies. So I'm not gonna say her name. She's like, "Alright, cool. Me, I clip. You know, you can."
Man, give her a shout out, bro. Give me a shout out. You know, no,
I'm gonna. At the end, I'm gonna.
Let me tell you about the nicest thing. About the dating loyalty of I was telling my friends, I'm like, I send you a voice note. I'm like, bro, just now with your name one day will be mentioned in a speech.
Yeah.
Just now with one day your name will be mentioned in a speech. And she with this lady.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm tall. So Lee was like, because what's up status, you know? She's like, hey, dude, me have 350, you know? I'm like, sharp, I'll give it to you back, you know? And at the time, I've never sold food. I'm stocking. I've never actually cooked the thing for the eating. I've only cooked it for myself. And so I'm gonna plan, you know. Then I'm like, sharp. I'm a trotter, cook them outside. I'm really first batch, burnt it. Because you know, I forgot now what's in the business now, you know, go back. Not all of them were burnt, but most of them were. You know, I'm like, you know, obviously the support you know. I have that 150-ish, some cash, you know, from Lawabatingi, you know. The other one I would chowed it, it's burnt. You know. Then following day now, that's when now the plan comes. Because sengiyazi ngimele in manje. Sengibonile ukuthi ngeke ukuthi uyapheka ngapha uyagalavanta Now I chill, you know. Now I cooked. Now the tortas bangers sold out. Following day, same. Then I'm like, I can't be selling one thing. Then I add a meaty pork bones. They were banger, you know, sold out all the time. This is early not that early, but mid lockdown 2020. June, you know, yeah, June, July-ish. Start this thing, add meaty pork bones. People love them, you know. Then I was like, no, I need more. You know, then I dropped the pulled pork sandwich. That was what put in Ngulubeni, you know, where everyone came to buy it. You know, I was like, what? Why do you like this? You know, like it's nand, you know, sharp. Then that happens. Now the problem is now everyone is watching. Remember, Pella, I'm still this, you know, at the time, Jehovah. You know, I'm still this person on Facebook, this popular person on Facebook. So people see it, they come by. So now people see, oh, we can do this. Now food places start popping up. Even friends start selling food. I'm like, I don't like competing like this. You know? I don't like competing direct, you know. Then I was like, okay, Ngulubeni, what do we do now? Because sales are obviously gonna, you know, start dipping, then start getting 5 sales a day. You know, and I'm like, I don't like taking L's, you know. Then I'm like, okay, what can we do now? Then I'm like, enter Sunday Foodies market. All these people are now selling food. Come sell food outside my house. Yeah, but now all these people, now you guys are selling food again. Now come sell it at my house now. Young tall. Then, as I remember, I was sitting with Saki. No one, who was there? Yeah, obviously media who was there also? Yeah, because him no saking as Then we were busy talking, you know. We're talking. They were like, I was like, let's do Sunday Foodies market. I think the name was not really Sunday Foodies market, you know, but I knew what I wanted it to be on a Sunday because I started having chillers on a Sunday. People were chilling on a Sunday, you know. Then I'm like, this has to have some Sunday into it, you know, and it has to have food, you know. So I was like, okay, let's do Sunday Foodies market. And it was obviously inspired by the Locrate market.
Oh, yeah.
Nesporos market Israel because I went there and I like the idea of estrateni I'm a bench, people are sitting on the side, I'm a stall. I'm like, I like this, you know. And then from locate, I like the togetherness of people, you know, the music, things you know. Then I'm like, okay, I want to do something like this. Sharp. It's like you're like, and we're doing it. I was like, I saw things on a bench, sound, blah, 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 blah. I remember skip, I'm a 750 or something, you know, which is totally listen to this. Sharp would do this, it was a banger. Banger. They can even check it on Facebook. I think it's Sunday Foodies Market there. The photos are still there.
Yeah.
Sharp. It grows from there. Do second one, third one. Now it grows now. Now it's a full-on event now. Now I'm booking DJs, sound. Baba, kasi lonke le valiwe. Dude,
That's pretend.
yeah, le valiwe lonke dog. Pagiwe le phezulu. Everyone you can think of is there. Young tall. But now problem is because it's a kasi, what's gonna happen? People now gonna be like, West Russell. In our gate up gate little chasing but Kamela that's very my gate now to a point where there was this one Foodies where was it 2021 2022 dog big na 20 cars on my metro da 20 cars on my metro
Shut down.
Yeah, shut down the event. And Baba figure at first me I'm thinking it's cause you're now into ye because baby social distancing.
Oh,
and I'm thinking it's that. I'm like, I will squash this, you know, we'll deal with this, you know. The first car you figure they say with man, you're not supposed to do this. Why invite strat? Like but you know, I such as Kulmana Lavo, we're chilling, ne, Srigana Lama Metro Law, ne. Obvious, I'm totally kill. With a Hamas Pulin, man, he's by calling Yana, you know. Sisaring a conversation, this guy, Unfula one van, second van, third van. He's like, okay, so now when's over nigga? Yeah. So event gets shut down from lapho. So from lapho zibe ziyangena so but because when ikaslam ninjalo kuvalwe ngapha nangapha ngithi. So ezinye ziyaso. So now cause imoto sezigcwele so zama metro. The other ones are from pants. So ama quantum, ama van, ama private dog.
That's cow.
And the motor big is cut to goma 5 going to 6. Baba ziyawa. Monde ziyawa. Good chills, abantwana abahle, ama-gents looking cool, kuplomiwe ndoda ikasi isitrateni, amatende, not yabona. We accept you're gonna have to shut it down. Shut, closed. And then bangitshela abanye abantu amfana ubhayiso makhelwane. We got 2 complaints. We got like 2 complaints. So we have to shut it down. We can't just leave you to cause lenteni yenzalana. So we're gonna have to close this event. Bayivale. Sharp. At this point, what do you think is happening? I need to pay the sound. I need to pay the tent. I need to pay the fence. I need to pay yonke lento eyenzakalala. Now we only have revenue from Sivula till 6. Now people are getting on fast 5 for like, guys.
Refund.
Dogs start to get us 5, 250 lana. Nana. So you can imagine. You know. So I say, but obviously from there it was not the same, you know. So from Sunday Foodies Market to Kula, the studio says Peli, I managed to finish the studio. I went in the same land now. Then now we come into now, okay, what now? So because from this failure of one kalama event now, there's people who are being owed. There's money that must come out. Young tall. And now my hustle alone can't pay off all these people. I can't pay off 40K you know. So then now there was this bad thing with not a good person to work with.
To happen, Ganja, especially when you're selling.
Young tall. Then they're like, no, blah 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 blah. Then I was like, you know what? Let me pause Foodies for a bit. You know, let me pause Foodies. It will come back a stronger person. Then from that question, from that L, you know, those were L's, dog, in public. Taking those L's, knowing people posting on Facebook with DJs, didn't pay me. Man didn't pay me. The tent guy, didn't pay me. Blah 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 blah. Trending on Facebook. And this is happening because they know I am popular on Facebook.
Oh,
yeah, that's why this is happening there. You know, because they know a lot of people are seeing it. And in the meantime, I'm chilling, dog. I'm like, I'll take the L's, you know, take all the punches, boop, 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 shut. Then from Lapo, obviously, life goes 2022, 2023-ish. That's when I'm like, okay, no, sharp, we've taken all these L's now, what now? What now? And this tuning thing has been happening, you know. But I'm like, now, even I was saying for a way, you know, because I'm like, hey, deny, you know. I want to negotiate, so it's not real money. Then I'm like, what now, Neil? Then I'm like, I've always wanted to like create a brand, not tunga, you know, just a brand, you know. Then I stuck on this name I liked, Burnt Marshmallow. But I was like, that's too, Burnt Marshmallow.
Even pronunciation.
Yeah. No, I was like, no. Then I was like, because remember at the time, I'm never Schmidt on Facebook, you know. Then I'm like, I'm doing my things. I'm like, I like the name. I'm like, okay, I'm now going to start taking the name Neo, like owning it now, you know. And now even the name Black, I'm going to own it now. I'm going to move as that now, you know. Then I was like, okay, sharp. We need to create a new persona. We need to create a new personality, a new character. Because this Neo Jehovah one now is dealing with shit. Like, he took a lot of L's now. We need to create a new person now. Enter Mathunga.
Oh, that's how Mathunga came about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, enter Mathunga, you know. That's when I was like, okay, this person now is going to be this person I've been envisioning this whole time. I'm going to move as that person, you know. And Nangapa, the Mathunga is happening. And at the same time, the Blacksmith is starting to happen now.
I love that.
After I've decided, you know what? So the other account, I'm like, okay, I change it from Neo Schmidt to Blacksmith. People go crazy over the name. I'm like, okay, that's the name. Move with it. Then I'm like, okay, now with the persona of Mathunga, how are we doing it? I'm like, okay, sharp. Another account. I was sending Boma like 200, 300 friend requests a day to girls only.
Oh, nice.
Girls only, no niggas. Unless you are an influential someone or I know you. Young taught. But then I was like, friend, every day. Then to a point where I was like, okay, now I think I have enough now. You know, and Ukumbulu, I'm not literally starting from scratch. I still have my
followers.
Yeah, my persona, my following from before. Then now, that's when this Mathunga thing now also pops now where everything I post now goes. You know, now goes the interaction, blah, 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 blah. You know, now the Blacksmith thing is happening. Now we're like, okay, we're going to start dressing cool now. That's what we need to sell the image of Blacksmith. I need to sell it. So I was like, okay, I don't have clients now. You know, because you know, young taller. So I'm like, okay, so I need to create the brand in my head first and then leave it as Mathunga, not as Neo. As Mathunga. So I'm using Mathunga to push Blacksmith. Young taller. Now they are one thing now, or they are coexisting, not one thing, they're coexisting. You know, so now Mathunga is always looking fresh now. With this Blacksmith, the stuff I made for myself. So, like, I'd go on, like, at that time, I also got into YouTube. YouTube opened my mind, dog, I'm not gonna lie. These podcasts, these, you know, opened my mind. Because then now, there's probably a Mathunga I was listening to back in 2023. Akuma no more, and they're like this. Young tall. So I learned from that, so basically, if I want to grow like that, I need to open my mind. I need to open my spirituality. I need to open my being in J. Open it so people can see who I am. You know, people can see what I'm about as a person. You know, then that's when I was like, sharp. So Mathunga is going to be this person now, who's going to wear Blacksmith J. And Ukumbula, I'm not selling anything to anyone. I'm not saying, hey, buy. I'm going to pull up in that fresh T-shirt. I'm going to pull up in that fresh pants. And now,
but you
I'm wearing them.
Nice.
Young tall. I'm wearing them, posting pictures, of course, trying to. And remember, I added only like girls for a while. So, of course, what's going to happen, bro? You know, yeah. And so from that, so now, I didn't even want to do a t-shirts. Because I'm coming from a culture of making clothes. I can sit now, bring a machine here, I can make you anything you can think of. Young tall. Because then now I'd also look, okay, so what are they doing? What are they wearing in New York? You know, what are they wearing in Japan? What are they wearing? And I'm like, okay, I see, this is what they wear. Okay, now, how do we make it in a hood way with what I have? I'm like, okay, sharp, I have black, I have me. That's how most of my clothes are either black and white or black or white. Because I'm like, you need to have something you're selling besides clothes. I'm selling the color black. I can put this on anything. You're going to buy it Monday. I can put this on water. You're going to buy it because I'm selling the color black. And the name. Because I realized ukuthi dog, a lot of bank account Mathunga, bank account abathengisa keeper, bank account abathengisa ama-cap. We all have this information for to get these things. Chinatown, you can get a fit and then put your brand on it. I don't want that. I do not want that. So hence I was like, my plan now is we want quality to, even you can feel this, not the normal one.
That's what I was saying outside. I forgot to mention it.
Guys, even like with the
quality,
t-shirts.
The quality, guys.
So how I saw it,
even the quality is dope.
So how I saw it was
dope.
that I'm making these t-shirts for me. So uguti 2 clipper, 250, whatever, I do not care. But as long as it's a quality I would want to buy if I was buying Blacksmith, So what I did, I didn't go the Chinatown route or the town route. I went the retailer route. Yeah, I went the retailer route. I went all Wonkama retailer Itor. Went to all the retailers. I was like, which one of these retailers has an affordable, dope quality T-shirt? Found one, stuck to it.
Since
I've been changing because the quality here by so I've been changing. So Leo, it propelled me from someone okalayo to someone who's already doing it. Because now, if you can compare iskipa sam to someone who thinks iskipa say dunusa sokfesha as a fan in J, besides design, material as fun.
Yeah.
That's why even among you find a lot of people babuza mina, dude, where do you get your t-shirts? I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you. Imagine some guys things in day one. Not that I'm gatekeeping though.
Yeah, for now you have to. For now,
yeah, not that I'm gatekeeping, but I'm like, imagine now so and something eating inside. Then what's making me special?
Yeah, I'm fun. Love that. Yo, hope someone's getting inspired or someone's ufunde something from the story. Yabona nesikhathi sesangishaya boys.
Shaya isikhathi.
So shaya
Ngiphelile.
The clock is right there. Guys, I'm sorry. Like Nami, but we're gonna do part 2. We're gonna continue in part 2, guys. Guys, mfana's market.
Yeah, man. So if you wanna check out Blacksmith on TikTok, check out Blacksmith on Facebook, check out Blacksmith on Instagram. But if you wanna order, it's 069-270-1388. If you wanna order, and then if you wanna see the catalog, you can also see it on WhatsApp there, or on TikTok or on Instagram. Then
the numbers in front of
I'm a number foot.
Yeah.
069-270-1388. Just text hey, and then the catalog will come up, and then you can check out TikTok Blacksmith, Instagram Blacksmith.
Yeah, guys, we're working on the website. Soon is
website. Yeah.
Soon is up in the website. So if you think I look cool, I don't care what you think, but I think I look cool. I don't think I know good I look cool. Go over fit to other this shit. Mfana de nizobonela nini how to this. So guys, we'll see you on part 2. Most definitely gonna do part 2. We'll see you on part 2. Ngizobuya ngigcoke fresh even. Sazongibona kabhaya ufit.
Yeah.
Ngisezazeni ngubreaking Blacksmith. Ngisazongibona kabhaya ngirokhe kanje. So guys, we love you. Keep well. Stay focused. Subscribe, guys. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And thank you so much for Lababa, my member. And don't forget to buy Rovno sauce. Monday angcanye wafethu. Stay blessed.
Permission granted. You may ring us. Offload your burdens and trust that you'll feel lighter. The darkness lures, but we will shed a bit of light to make your day brighter. You're a fighter, but now you're tired. So rest with us, but ring us, because it's much better to hear you speak up than to read about it on your suicide note while you lay cold face up. XMG, ring us. We'll pick up any brokenness you hoard. We vow to be your entertainment even when you're bored. Ring us, where we talk, offload, sipodle. That's what the brotherhood is for. In your mind, we hope to build a palace bigger than Caesar's. Let's sit down and unfold. Le ring us.